If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Lassen Road subscribers and followers. Well, you know what today is, don't you? Yep. Friday. You know what that means, don't you? Yep. It's Easy Fire Friday. And today's topic is the 5 things that I worry about breaking while we're out here living in a national forest. Now, I recognize there's probably a lot of things that we could do to solve the problems, but these are just the things that worry me, or did worry. A worry is a worry. No matter how irrational it is or logical, it's still a worry, and you're going to have them too. And it's just a good idea to prepare for it, because in this case, this is a good lesson learned, because these things some of these things that have actually gone wrong, that I'm going to talk about here, we were lucky enough that we happened to be in Florida fairly close to my father, where we could order them and send them down to his house, and it was pretty simple not to have to worry about it. Otherwise, we'd have had to have general delivery. Man, I'm never really excited about general delivery. You buy something, it gets to the post office, and they lose it. So I'm not always excited about this general delivery thing, but at Dad's house, it was pretty certain he was going to get it. Number 1, the water pump. I made a video a while back that the water pump had broke, and I was able to repair it. And it worked for a few days, several weeks, a couple weeks, I don't know. And then it started to break again, and I fixed it and broke again, and became more frequent to the point I was fixing it every time we were using it. And I thought, boy, this is ridiculous. Why don't I just get another one? Well, had we been anywhere but Florida, that getting another one would have just been another stress that I talked about, sending a general delivery, and is it going to show up, and all those things. What I decided to do, since we're here, is go ahead and get a replacement one and a backup one. But as soon as I don't have a backup one, the next time I'm in a location like a relative or someone I know, I will definitely order another one to get one replaced. At first, I thought, no, I don't want backups because it's just extra weight. But I think in some cases, it's just going to be more convenient that you carry around, what is it, a 2-pound water pump, a 1-pound water pump. Number 2. Berkey water filters. Now, the Berkey water filter is advertised to last for 6,000 gallons. I have used Berkey water filters for a very long time, and they do last a very long time. And I've never calculated how long. But this last set I had didn't even 1/10 of the time. It lasted 600 gallons. It's not 6,000, 600. Because we use it in such extreme conditions. I mean, this rusty water just clogs up those filters just real fast. Well, I didn't realize it was going to clog that fast. I really didn't. I thought it would last a couple years and I could replace it at my convenience, no big deal. Again, I got lucky. They went out while we were down here in Florida. I didn't think, maybe I should buy a backup. It took me another week or so before I realized, boy, I should have a backup of those too. Number 3. This one I do not have a solution for. It's just going to be a problem if it ever breaks. The water heater. We have an on-demand water heater, a Mare, and we have fallen in love with it. It's going to be difficult to ever have to live without it. Now, the solution, the immediate solution that we have is that we'll go back to warming our water over the fire. But I'm telling you, this thing is just so nice. I would hate to have to live without it. But I'm not going to get a backup. It's not logical. It's too bulky, too big, too heavy. It's bad enough I got to store one. I mean, it is a real challenge trying to store one. It really has changed the game, and it's going to be really aggravating when it breaks. And yes, it's going to break. Everything breaks. We're just going to have to deal with it. This is going to be one of those things, when it breaks, if we're not lucky and at a location where we're close to someone we know, we're going to have to just deal with it and maybe do a general delivery. Number 4. The truck. Now, this one does have me a bit concerned. Our internet is provided through the truck, and we have no cell phone signal out here. At this location, let's just say it's this location, and the truck breaks down, and we're stuck here. I mean, we're going to have to rely on people's generosity, and that's not something I'm a big fan of. I never like asking for favors. I feel like I'm taking advantage of people. but I don't have an immediate solution if the truck breaks and we can't get to town to get a rental car or call a tow truck or any of these things. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to handle it if the truck breaks. Might just have to rely on the generosity of people. Walk out to the road and see if you can flag someone down and just see if somebody would be able to make a phone call for you to get a tow truck when they get to town or something. Whether it's a logical thought or not, it's just one of those things. Trust me, a lot of people ask questions that I think, well, you know, that's just kind of a worrisome question. Well, yeah, you're going to have worrisome questions. Number 5, the camper itself. Look, the camper breaks, I'm going to have to go find a new one. It's going to, you know, that has always been the plan. I'm just going to have to go find a new one. But in the meantime, where are you going to live? Where are you going to put all your stuff? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I think, really, we have all the things worked out on this one. But it is one of those things that I worried about quite a bit in the beginning before I had it all worked out. This happens a lot. People, something happens to their camper. They have to take it back to Camping World, and they're stuck in a hotel for weeks on end. Well, that's just not going to happen. I'm not going to stay in a hotel. Just not. If it's warm enough, what we'll probably do is just go buy a cheap tent and stay in the tent for a few days until we can find something else. That is probably the most logical thing we'll do. If we have to worry about storing things, we probably will just go get one of those storage lockers and put things in there temporarily. We might just stay in the truck. So, again, all these fears I had were probably irrational, because the biggest thing that we have, the biggest trouble, the one thing that if it broke, we'd be in pretty serious trouble, I figured out a lot of solutions to. That's why I saved this one to last, was because most of the previous fears, or what do you want to call them, it's just illogical. So I hope that helps you kind of put some rational thought behind any fears you have accomplishing your dream. So, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video. And